Hello guys and welcome back to Dumb's Little Hobbies, and in today's video, yes, we are going to be talking about Hawkeye, the TV show, the kind of Christmas special that they came out with. Yeah, I didn't have Disney Plus at the time, so, just didn't pay for the service. I finally did. I finally got Disney Plus back, and the first thing I watched was, of course, none other than Hawkeye. So, with that said, what were my thoughts about the show Hawkeye? Could be better, honestly. I was actually the one that was probably the most excited for this show, actually. So, it sucks that it was quite a bit of a disappointment, in my opinion. Let me explain what I mean. Well, I really like the character of Hawkeye, and I really want them to focus on Hawkeye. And you know what? In a show called Hawkeye, I thought that that's what we were going to get. Now, I'm not talking about like the entire series, have some type of story, but I want to learn a little bit about Hawkeye's past. I want to learn a little bit more about how he met Black Widow. I want to focus a little bit more on his trauma, because the fact is, it's obviously that this guy has been through a lot. Not to mention, I actually like the twist that he has to have hearing aids, because after all of those explosions, you think that there'd be some type of damage. So I did like that, and he is getting a little bit of an older man at this point, so I really did enjoy that aspect of it. The only problem is, in a show called Hawkeye, there isn't enough of that. And we still haven't learned. I want to actually see on either the small screen, love it on the big screen, but I want to see him actually meet Natasha Romanoff. I want to see how that went down. We always hear about the story, but what actually happened? I want to see it. Don't just tell me that it was something super cool. Show me. I want to see it on screen. And they still have not done it. They didn't do it in the Black Widow movie, which I can understand. That story should be more about Hawkeye. But in a show called Hawkeye, give us what we want. We want Hawkeye. And they barely had Hawkeye in the show. Barely. He was a side character in his own show. That's not right. That is not right. I want more Hawkeye. Hawkeye is not one of my favorite characters. He's not. He's just simply not. But he's always been a big part of the team. He's been there since the first Avengers movie. He's the one. He's the one Avenger that we almost have nothing about on. I mean, think of it. Iron Man has his entire trilogy. Thor has his. We unfortunately know Hulk's. Black Widow has been there since Iron Man 2, and she's been getting progression, and then the Black Widow movie gave her a lot of progression. She had a lot of character depth in the Avenger movies themselves, starting with Avengers 2 Age of Ultron, especially Avengers Infinity War and Endgame. She was fantastic in those. In fact, I would actually say Avengers Infinity War and Endgame was actually Natasha Romanoff's movie. Were actually Black Widow's movie. Because she was fantastic. She was amazing in those movies. We got everybody. But we don't have Hawkeye. We get almost nothing on Hawkeye. And the chance that we have to get Hawkeye, you screwed up, Disney. You screwed up, Marvel. This show should have been Hawkeye. Instead, you know what the show ended up being? You know what the show ended up being? It ended up being a Kate Bishop show. Now, I know I say that. And again, Hawkeye's never been one of my favorite characters. I wanted the show to change that, and it didn't. It ended up being a Kate Bishop. And Kate Bishop, for what it's worth, she's a great character. She's a good character. I'm not gonna be here mad and slamming Kate Bishop. No, she was a great character in her show. This show is not a Hawkeye show. This show is a Kate Bishop show. But she was, for what it's worth, a great character. I liked the way they introduced her. I liked what they gave her. I liked her backstory. I liked everything about Kate Bishop. I just wanted Hawkeye. Am I the only one that feels this way? Let me know down in the comments below. So what's the story? It's Christmas time. We got Clint, of course, Hawkeye himself, aka once called the Ronin during Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah, mostly Endgame actually, mostly during that time period, because he didn't become the Ronin until that 5-year time skip when his family was gone. Which, yeah, if you go through something like that, if your family just disappears one day, wouldn't you have a little bit of trauma as well? And granted, the small scenes that we got with Clint dealing with that were fantastic. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I wanted more of it. But basically, we got Clint here, Hawkeye, formerly known as Hawkeye, you know, just having his normal day, enjoying his family, when he hears on the news that the Ronin might be back. It turns out that running from some hooligans, this guy in a suit ended up saving a dog in the Ronin suit. That was once his suit. He goes after her. Yeah, he goes after him, and it turns out to be her. It turns out to be Kate Bishop. Now, where does Kate Bishop come in with this? Kate Bishop, you know, her mother is getting married. Her boyfriend is a rich guy that, you know, he seems too perfect to be true, and Kate is having a hard time getting over that. And so when Kate actually finds an illegal auction actually underneath her mother's house, he blames him. Actually, I liked the twist that Eleanor, which is Kate's mom, ends up being the one working for Kingpin. If you know the comic books, we already knew that she was supposed to be the bad guy, but I really enjoyed that twist, actually. It did a very well job setting up that twist. But yeah, Kate, she ends up going down there trying to get proof of the auction. To make sure no one sees her face, she ends up stealing the Ronin suit. And then, of course, Hawkeye comes in, and, well, they meet. And now she has always been, since a little girl, a fan of Hawkeye, because what happened when she was a little girl was, of course, the attack on New York. Yep, that's right, the attack on New York! I'm glad they're bringing back the first Avengers movie. Oh my god, what a brilliant idea. So, she was a young little girl when the aliens attacked. Her house was almost destroyed, and she looked out the hole in her house, and what does she see? She sees Hawkeye being a hero. It's just a dude with a bow and arrow. A hero. If he's not scared, why does she have to be scared? I like that. Like I said, Kate Bishop, fantastic character. This is not a Hawkeye show. This is a Kate Bishop show. I enjoyed the character. I just want more Hawkeye. And that's pretty much the story. They go on their little adventures. Clint and Katie have to, of course, hopefully save the day and clear Kate's name. Of course, the bad guys find out about who Kate Bishop is, and they think she's the Ronin, so they're going after him. And Clint, as the Ronin, went after this one family, and then actually beat up a girl's dad. Her name was Echo. I didn't like her. There really wasn't much to her. She just seemed like your average villain, really. Now, she had a great backstory, you know. Her father was killed by Ronin, and she wants revenge, and she wants to go after that. A normal bad guy story. They didn't really focus too much on her. They focused mostly on Kate Bishop, which was annoying. And then they bring in the Kingpin at the end of it. They bring in the Kingpin at the end of the show. And I'm like, oh my god, it's Kingpin! This is gonna be crazy! We're gonna have Hawkeye and Kate versus the Kingpin! Let's go! Nope. Kingpin goes up against Kate. Kate gets lucky with a trick shot arrow. And that's about it. The Kingpin then runs away like a coward, which the Kingpin has never been a coward. I understand that the cops are coming and he doesn't want to get caught by the cops, but the Kingpin ran away like a coward. And that's when Echo actually gets him in the... oh my god. In the middle of the street, she shoots him. Now, by the looks of it, Kingpin is dead, and I hate that scene. Turns out that no, the Kingpin just apparently got his eye blown out. So there will be more Kingpin in the future, which is good because I want to see not only more Kingpin, but they just brought back Daredevil in the Spider-Man movies. Granted, he was just a cameo. Kingpin in this was literally just a cameo. He had maybe a little bit more screen time than Daredevil, but I'm glad these two characters are back in the MCU, and I want to maybe get another go at. Maybe get a movie or something with the Kingpin versus Daredevil again. I think that would be great. But, man, it was just a cameo. The Kingpin, what was the point of bringing him other than to shoot him in the eye? In fact, what it looked like when I sat there and watched that scene, it was like, what was the point of bringing him in this if you were just going to kill him? You're going to kill him like that? I want Kingpin to go out in a blaze of glory instead of just getting shot in the head like a loser. Yeah. I'm at least happy that he's still alive, and I'm happy that we are getting more Kingpin. But, man, I really, at the end of the day, I enjoyed Kate Bishop's character, but this is not what I wanted from the Hawkeye show. I'm gonna give this, if they killed Kingpin, I would give it a 5, maybe a 4. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6 because what it's worth, I did enjoy Kate Bishop. I did enjoy these small parts of Clint they had. I would love to get a Hawkeye season 2 where we actually focus a little bit more on Hawkeye. But for what it's worth, it's okay. It's okay. I wanted more Hawkeye. I didn't really enjoy the fact that this show is called Hawkeye and we barely got Clint Barton out. Now, of course, then you have Black Widow's sister. Again, they set up this at the end of Black Widow. This could have been fantastic to have, I think her name was Yelena or something, Yelena? This could have been fantastic to have Black Widow's sister go up against Clint practically the entire season the entire show until until she understands that she gave her life up to for being a hero. She gave her life up to save everyone, and she would understand that. She would team up with Clint Barton, and who would they go after together? The Kingpin! That's what should have happened! She should have teamed up with Hawkeye. Black Widow's sister should have teamed up with Hawkeye, and after, of course, understanding what happened to her sister and how Clint was actually her best friend, they should have teamed up and went after Kingpin. Kingpin should have captured Kate or something like that. And Hawkeye has to come in and save her alongside, that's right, Black Widow's sister. The new Black Widow. That would have been fantastic. Instead, this is a Kate Bishop show. This is a Kate show. I like the character Kate, but I wanted Hawkeye. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below if I'm just crazy. If you think this was the best thing that they ever could have done with the character of Hawkeye. Let me know down in the comments below. 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. It is not a Hawkeye show. And because of that, false advertising, not gonna call it Hawkeye. It's the Kate Bishop show. Good show, but not Hawkeye. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out.